Alright, guys. We're gonna get started. We're still missing one person. Well, two party members, but one person. I'm gonna start with introductions, and I'm gonna start with Lampos over here. He'll let you know who he is and what he's about. Hold on, timeout. Timeout, I can't hear you for some reason.
I can hear him.
Alright, there we go. Sorry.
DM, can you hear me? All right. From the top. Hi, my name is Eric, and I will be playing the character Lampos. I am a halfling. That's actually a Yordle. Renegade. So I'm a rootin' tootin' gunslinging kind of a shorty. I have a gun that's about, let's say, 2.5 feet long, which is like only half a foot less than the length of my body. I have sandy blonde hair. I like long walks on the beach. I don't always start the fights, but I'm pretty good at finishing them from a distance. I don't have the muscle, but luckily I have plenty of friends who do.
Perfect. Thank you, Eric and Lampos. Let's move on to Chip Rare.
It froze. I feel like there was a big reveal and it froze.
It did. Alright, we'll move on to Humarr.
Oh no! Hi, I'm Deb. I'm playing Humarr, who is a barbarian dwarf. He is. Oh, there's Chip.
Oh,
You got this.
There
Humarr.
he is.
No. Okay. Barbarian dwarf. He likes to put himself into situations that he shouldn't be in, and it's on pure luck that he's not dead yet. He has a great axe that he calls Grax, and he has a routine where every night before bed he cleans it, and he calls it his axe care routine, which he's all about. So that's Humarr.
Thank you, Dev. And now to Chip Rare, who is rearing
back
and
again.
ready to go.
Because you muted me. That's why. Okay. Chip Rare, human wrestler, 7-time champion. Chip Rare, the Druid boy. That's where we're going with.
I love it, and I cannot wait to see it in action.
Profiling.
So everyone has their starting points. They're starting in a pirate city called Bilgewater, and they're in a tavern called the Brazen Hydra. It's the most popular and hustlin' and bustlin' of all the taverns in Rat Town, which is the lowest of the low class in Bilgewater. This is where you have the slaughter docks, and which is where sailors go out hunting large monsters that live in the massive lake, and bring them back and do their thing with them, slaughter them and cut them up and send them to the shop, the butchers and whatnot. And then you also have the scrap docks, where they carry up sunken ships and scrap all the parts for everything. It's pretty much most of the buildings here are overturned ships, sunken ships, and it's pretty low class, I would say. But they're in the Brazen Hydra, all sitting at the bar because there was nowhere else to sit. It's pretty loud in here, and let's get it started. You guys are in the tavern where it is very full, lots of people, lots of chatter, and you just got to the bar and sat down. You can unmute and tell me what you're doing.
I before I jump into character, I just want to say, I hope we ride the line to copyright infringement so close with John's character. I am jazzed about everything that I've heard and am seeing. I love. I can't wait to meet Druid Boy. So I think the first thing that Lampos would do, he'll do the same thing he does every time he sits down on the stool. Even if it's not true, he's gonna sit down and go, big day. Just because he doesn't know what else to do when he hops up onto a bar stool for normally sized people.
Humarr does not understand why he can have so much energy, so he just grumbles next to him and goes, "Arr, arr, arr, arr," and he's on his probably third ale already. So he's just writing out.
So the owner / bartender, Horvan, who everyone finds annoying, is going to just mumble and grumble and slap down your two favorite drinks right in front of you, and just kind of walk away, humbling and grumbling. If you want to give a perception to try and hear what he's mumbling and grumbling about, go for it.
I would love to do that. Oh! I don't think I saw anything. Oh my god, the first roll. What a big day. What a big day for me.
I got a 17.
Oh, I'm really glad you did. I got a 7.
All right, so the 17. Hold on, I gotta get this music rolling here. Can you hear that?
No.
No. All right. Well, the people on the stream can. The 17. So you hear Humarr. You hear that he's kind of mumbling and grumbling about how it's dark times in Bilgewater and bad things are coming, and these people, he can't understand why people are in here spending their money on these drinks, and he just kind of walks away. You know,
Like, we should be happy we're spending our money at his place.
You'd think that, wouldn't you? All right, Chip. What are you doing here at the bar? Or is he frozen again?
I think he might be frozen.
It's a pretty. Either that or he's really stoic right now.
Does he have eyes in the tinsel that's around his neck?
I think that's supposed to be eyes. Yeah, I think those are eyeballs.
That's intense.
That's horrifying and a little sensual.
There he is. So, Chip, what would you like to do at this establishment?
So you had informed me that I was at the bar chatting up a couple of gnomish people that were there.
Smaller people. Yeah.
Smaller people. Okay. Small folk.
Yeah.
What's the general consensus of our conversation there?
All right. So basically, Humarr overheard the mumbles and grumbles of the bartender, and they don't sound to unless if you roll a perception, you might be able to hear what the bartender said, and if you.
Yeah. I got a 13 on my roll.
So yeah, you also heard that he it's pretty negative, and he is saying that Bilgewater is in for some hard times. Basically, they're no, I don't know why people are here. They need to go hunker down, stuff like that. Saying that basically the end is coming, kind of thing. Like the guy with the sign, the end is coming. That kind of thing, except under his breath. But he does stop and look at you, and he goes, "Drink?" Would you like a drink?
Sure, I'll have a drink. That sounds good.
What do you want? He just starts pouring a drink before you even answer.
Yeah.
Classic.
You look like a Jack and Coke kind of guy.
I had plenty of those in my day.
And he just slaps it down before you even answer and just starts walking away, grumbling again. And she stops at the next person, and you just hear it's this little halfling that is kind of pretty outgoing, and lets the bartender very excitedly know that it's her birthday and that she really, really wants a drink, but she doesn't have any money to pay for it. And the bartender again looks at her, just pours a drink and just slaps it down and just keeps walking.
Do I hear that?
What?
Does
Oh yeah, you guys. You guys see that.
All right. That excites me, and I go, first drinks on me for that lovely lady. And then I immediately turned towards Humarr, and I was like, you're buying tonight, right?
I guess.
Thanks, buddy. Give him a back clap.
Don't touch me.
Sorry. You know what? Love from a distance. That's what they say.
Just as that happens, you hear the, you hear from behind you a familiar voice, Lampos and Humarr. It happens to be Tala's voice, and she comes stumbling in, and not like stumbling drunk, just like, more like rushing in, and just kind of sits down at the stool next to you, kind of like shoving the person out of the way, the other side from Chip. No, he's not shoving. She's not shoving Chip. It's like, you guys hear about the new ship that came in 3 days ago?
Is she talking to Humarr?
Yes, yeah, talking to both of you guys. She sat down right next to both of you guys and kind of just talking to you.
I go, well, first off, how are you?
I'm all right.
Good. I'm glad to hear it. You know, what I like about you is how much you hold on to your words. I haven't heard about it. What's the deal with it?
Well, it's haunted, and bad things are coming to this town because of it. It's cursed, and just as she finishes saying the word cursed, you hear another familiar voice, who you guys often, Tala and this person often get into yelling arguments here. His name is Dane, and he chimes in and goes, "Shut up, Tala! You're always telling stories and fairy tales about superstitious things. You need to knock it off." And she just, and then keeps talking to you and explains more about how she could see these tendrils coming from over the water heading towards the shore, and that dark times are coming, and basically word for word saying that bad things were coming, just like the bartender. And as she finishes that, she all of a sudden gets turned around, grabbed by the shoulder, turned around, and Dane is standing over her and punches her right in the face. And then she stands up and is ready to fight. And they're arguing and yelling back and forth. What do you do?
Humarr gets up and just starts trying to step in between them. If
All
anything,
right.
tries to grab his fist if he comes in for another blow.
The second you stand up to get in between them, two of Dane's friends stand up and like.
Of course he has friends!
Stand up and like get beside him and start yelling at you as well. Right now it's just a big yelling match.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to stand up and go, you guys, it's my birthday. Can we not fight on my birthday? And I'd like to do a deception roll to see if I can convince people that it's my birthday.
Absolutely, go for it.
All right. Oh, and I want to look to the other girl and goes, hey, birthday buddy. I want to give her a wink just to give her some camaraderie.
Oh,
we have
okay.
the same birthday.
All right,
Does that
go
give
for it.
advantage if he has one person to root for him?
Yeah, I'll give you advantage for that. I'll give it to you.
Don't need it. I rolled a dirty 19 plus 4, 23.
All right. Well, the crowd from around that was like excited for the fight kind of goes, "Hey!" and like yells out like "Happy birthday" or whatever.
Everyone starts singing.
Yeah. And
Wait, does Humarr sing?
He actually has a very operatic voice, but he tries to do it very low so that no one can hear him.
Oh, he's embarrassed. The halfling who shares a birthday with you and jumps up onto the bar and invites you up there for like a dance.
I don't even think twice.
All right, so give me a performance check. Was that even a thing in 5e? I've played so much.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
Yes,
okay,
it is.
give it to me. I've played so much Pathfinder lately, I can't remember.
All right, let's do this thing. Let's see what happens. Oh my god. Oh, I'm glad I'm rolling hot for these and not combat. 18 plus 2. That's a dirty 20.
All right,
Can I do the cha-cha?
real slow.
I want to cha-cha real slow.
All right, absolutely, and she is in perfect lockstep with you, cha-chaing, and the crowd is all like going at it, and they're loving it. But the argument persists, and they're still like, though everyone is distracted, they're not looking at the fight. Tala and Dane are like poking and prodding, and like, you got Humarr, I'm assuming, still trying to kind of get in between with the other two guys still like pushing back. And finally, Tala has had enough, and she just goes boom and hauls off and hits one of his friends, but does like the I'm coming at you, Dane, and then booms like to the side of the head of the friend, and yeah, she does. He falls and hits the ground pretty hard, hitting one of the benches at this table and like breaking it. He'll be back, don't worry. There he is. Told you he'd be back. And the other friend jumps on top of her and knocks her to the ground, is kind of like on top of her, getting ready to hit her. And Dane is going to kick her. And does. Alright. And alright, what do you can roll for initiative if you guys want to get involved.
Humarr just leaves. No, I'm just kidding. He tries and then just nah.
Do I see this, or am I too lost in my revelry?
Give me a perception with disadvantage.
I am partying hard right now.
I have a 16 initiative.
Nice.
Okay, wait, with disadvantage. Oh, it was an 18 and a 4. I'll take the 4, I guess.
All right. So
You have to as disadvantage.
yeah, you
No, it's my choice.
you have no clue what's happening.
Yeah,
you
I'm just
are-
like, you
you
come
are-
here often? I love this place.
Yeah.
This is so fun.
Yeah, you have no clue.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just writing the initiatives down right now. Is Chip Rare here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
I'm gonna hang back and just watch
All right.
what unfolds.
All right. That sounds like a plan to me.
My boss is gonna get the ever-living shit beat out of her.
I tried to save her, but she didn't bring friends, and Dane did. Her fault.
I think we were supposed to be her friends in this scenario.
Well, don't bring friends that already have had ales. Come on.
That's fair. And if you put me on a stage, I'm gonna have to dazzle.
Yeah.
That's true. All right.
She probably knew that was gonna happen too. She's like, Lampos, you're useless.
I do feel guilty. I really feel
All right.
It's my birthday.
Humarr, it is your turn.
Okay. So Dane is on the ground still. Where's Dane? Where's Dane and the two friends?
Dane's standing. So one friend has Tala pinned down. Another friend is like trying to recover from getting his head knocked off by Tala's punch, and Dane is standing over Tala, kicking her.
I'm gonna tackle Dane, get him off of her.
All right, go for it. Give the old strength check, I guess, for a tackle, I believe, right?
Ah! Oh jeez, I almost went off the side of the table. That's not great. That's a 13.
Yeah, you tackle him all right though. I got
Weak bitch.
I got a 7. So yeah, you run at him, tackle him away from kicking, and get him onto the ground. and then it goes to one of his friends, the friend that is pinning her down. He's gonna see what you. He's gonna kind of like look and see what you did, like watch you tackle, and in that moment, Tala's gonna use her reaction to try and like use that distraction to get out of the grapple.
Okay.
And she kind of struggles, and he has to use his whole turn restraining her. So, which he completely fails at doing. So she escapes his grasp, and she's now on top of him. She's basically pulled a reversal and is now on top of him, like straddling him with his arms in, like also straddled in her legs. She can just free punch him now, without him being able to defend himself. And then it goes to her turn, where she's going to let off 2 punches.
As one does when they get full mount.
And she knocks his block off. He is incapacitated. You can tell she's not trying to kill him, so this is non-lethal damage. He's just knocked out right now. And then she, after she punches, she stands up and kind of like lets like a little like gentle like kind of kick at him. Then it's gonna go to it would be Lampos' turn, but because
Can I roll to see if I
Distracted.
yeah.
Are you just flirting with that girl? You're
Yeah.
distracted. You're just flirting with her.
Oh, let's be clear. I'm definitely flirting with her.
Okay, so so
But I'd like to think that I would maybe hear the ruckus.
yeah, so right now I want you to roll with a disadvantage again, because I mean the entire rest of the bar is distracted, and so they're not even worried about the fight anymore. They're because your performance and your dancing. They're like singing Happy Birthday. Like the band is no longer playing the pirate tunes anymore. They're playing Happy Birthday. Like all eyes were on you because of how well you guys danced together up there, and it's a birthday, and everyone knows pirates love birthdays.
Alright, so I rolled disadvantage. I rolled twice. I rolled an 18, and I also crit failed. So I'm just genuinely having the time of my life, and I'm so glad all of my friends are too.
Yeah, oh yeah. Everyone is. I mean, for all you, that ruckus on the ground is just a mosh pit of people being happy for you.
Yeah,
Like, you
I
don't care.
I hear like the thudding footfalls of like people fighting, and I think it's like people like river stomping. For
Oh
me.
yeah, yeah. You have no clue.
Can I spend this time to? I want to hit on the girl. Like when I'm dipping her, because I imagine I'm doing it flawlessly. I want to be like, "What's your name, princess?" As I spin her away, and then I bring her back in.
Oh,
Yeah,
this is
of
getting
course.
romantic.
By all means, go for it, and the whole entire crowd's gonna like they can feel the drama and the passion that you guys are now dancing with.
Yep. I'm getting a little smitten on this
Yeah,
fellow.
I feel like you are. Let's see if she is. She might be. She might be. That's all you know. That's all you gather. Do an insight check to see how much you gather.
I love how we're having two entirely different.
I'm playing D&D. You're playing Doki Doki.
Yeah, I'm playing Date Simulator. 16 plus 0, flat 16.
She's kind of into you.
Get it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not trying real smooth.
Chip, for what you've seen, what would you, from what you've seen, yeah, what would you do? Would you still be standing out?
No, I think I'm gonna be like leaned up against the bar, just assessing what's going on. I don't really know if I have all the information here because this is like off the walls right now.
Would okay, roll perception to see what you hear, because Tala and Dane are at this point now are like the argument is on, and while they're going back toward while they're attempting to go back towards each other, Dane is currently on the ground, being tackled. Dane is a human, and so is Tala, just so we can get that clear. So you just tackled a human.
Good. I, dwarf, tackled human.
I like how you're a villainous dwarf.
I like mischief. It's okay.
That's fair. That's why we're friends.
I'm good at heart, but I do like causing some trouble.
Chip, what did you roll for your perception?
I got an 11.
An 11. So you don't really hear much. It's just yelling and screaming. You can't really gather in much information. Let me go back to the top to Dev. Oh, sorry, to Humarr.
You?
Okay. So Tala is on top of Dane now?
No.
Or on one of the side guys?
Tala is just knocked out one of the friends.
Great.
The other
Okay.
friend has stood up, but is pretty beat up from that first initial punch. And then you are tackling Dane, who's on the ground.
I'm tackling Dane. Okay,
Yeah.
well I'm gonna I'm gonna try to figure out what the argument is about and try to get Dane to tell me what's going on.
All right.
Are you like interrogating him?
Yeah, why not? I mean, I am tackling him, so intimidation?
Ah.
Oh.
Hold on, I need to pull up. Where is it? There it is. Yeah, I guess give me an intimidation. See if you can intimidate it out of him.
I don't
'Cause
know,
you're
dwarf
pretty much-
versus a human.
I mean, well, you're also on top of him, and Tala is on her way too.
It's I might as well have said it in a baby voice because I rolled a 2 and I have a -1 in intimidation.
Nice.
Oh my
I'm not sure why that I suggested that.
Wait, oh my god, roleplay a 1. I want to know what that's.
Hey, wait, tell me, why?
He's going to like perplexedly look at you, and then just literally just toss you off of him. Give me an dex save to make sure you don't like hit your head on something or something.
Okay, that is a 16.
Yeah, you're good. I mean, you definitely get tossed off of him, but you didn't like hit anything. You kind of avoided like a couple things. You tripped a couple people up, like knocked people around that were, watching the show being put on. But yeah, you're all right. Then it's gonna go to the friend who just got up and is looking pretty beat up. He's gonna kind of like, you can tell he's kind of like weary on his feet, but he's gonna still go for the fight and try and sneak up behind Tala and like jump her. I like this die.
We don't.
So he kind of gets her into like a headlock from behind, and then it actually goes to her turn. And she's going to try and get out of it. And she can't. She's like trying to grab it, like, and pull his arm down to get to catch her breath. And he's got her pretty good, even though he's kind of weak. And then it would be, Lampos, I'm skipping your turn because you critically failed. So
Can I ask this sweet halfling's name?
You may do that, yes.
Okay, I want to have Dollar go like, listen, I ain't getting any younger, and I think it's gonna be a bad day if I don't at least know what your name is. What do I call you?
It's Amira. Nice to meet you. As she now dips you.
Oh?
Okay, I'm feeling braggadocious and a little buzz, so I'm like, I can tell your name's Amira because I can really see myself in you.
She's gonna.
What?
She fell hard. That is the best pickup line she's ever heard, and she is all about it. So yeah, she just she like pulled you in real close after the dip, and just kind of like nose to nose basically, because you're both about the same height, and then just licks your nose, and then just keeps dancing with you.
I forget my life before this.
I am a new man.
And then it's gonna go to Chip. Are you gonna continue to watch the fight?
No, I think I'm gonna join in Humarr and start asking questions about what the beef is.
All right.
Where the beef at?
Who are you asking, and how would you like to go about that?
I think I'm just gonna grab the two of them by the arms and be like, "Stop it now!"
All right.
Laying down
Dad
the law.
voice. Disappointed dad voice.
So you're grabbing both Tala and Dane.
Yeah.
Okay. So Tala's gonna have disadvantage on resisting because she's in a headlock. She rolled a 4 and a 2, which is a
If I could try
5
and
and a.
separate them.
Yeah. So roll an athletics check, and then Dane. Sorry, I'm dancing to the music you guys can't hear.
19.
Is that a 19 I heard?
Yes, 19.
All right, you have them both separated, and Dane can't get anywhere. If you are also at the same time trying to intimidate and get some information, you may also intimidate check too as well.
Yeah, let me show you how to make an intimidation check.
Don't do what I did.
I rolled a 16 on intimidation.
Yeah, they are not necessarily scared, but you have their attention. So I will also allow you to, well, first off, it would go to Humarr at this point. What would you like to do in that moment?
What I like to do. What I like to do. Well, I also just got thrown, so this is probably me also getting up. So I'm gonna grab whatever ale is closest to me and just chug that.
All right, the person whose ale you just took doesn't even notice it. They're too busy watching the dancing.
I try to go for a second ale.
Everyone is so distracted by the dancing that you can take all of it if you want. Then it's gonna go to Tala, who, well, actually, then the man who's got her in the headlock loosens up, and Tala, in that moment, who's being held back by, so like the guys behind her, and Chip Rare's now on the other side in front of Tala. Tala's gonna just turn and just boom! The second he lets go, just gonna knock out with one punch the guy behind her, and then going to be like, and then look straight at Chip, and then it would be Dane's turn, and Dane is going to also just be, standing up, dusting himself off, and like, looking very angrily past Chip, but not trying to get through him because he is a little bit scared of what Chip brings to the table.
All right.
And it goes to what Chip wants to say.
So yeah, I'd probably be like, I'm here to have a good drink and a nice night, and you two are roughing up the place.
Dane then, says, it's her fault. She comes in here yelling and lying and telling stories that are trying to just get people away from the ship. She just wants all the stuff for herself. Her and her crew. And she's gonna point at Lampos and Humarr.
I see him point at me, and I go, "Hey!" Because I don't get that he's pointing angrily.
A fan!
Right back at you, buddy. Anyways.
Oh, God.
And yeah, then Tala's gonna, butt in and be like, he has no clue what he's talking about. That ship is cursed, and bad things are coming. I saw it. And then, how do you respond, Chip?
I don't know.
I don't know. You're kind of at a loss for words. You don't know who to believe. So that in that moment of hesitation, Tala's gonna be like, whatever, and she's gonna just like kind of swat your hand away and turn around and go back to the bar and just ask for a drink. And Dane's gonna kind of also, push your hand. I imagine
For
you're
words,
like,
yeah.
I imagine you like look at Tala for like a reply, and then the second you look at Tala, Dane pushes your hand down, and then you turn to look at Dane, and the second you do that, Tala pushes your hand like down as well, and like they both walk their separate ways. Dane goes to help up his buddies and like wake them up, and Tala, just goes to the bar and tries to get another drink, but there's people dancing on the stage.
I wonder who that is.
And kind of the fight kind of has taken its has subsided, and it's kind of, Tala and Dane are both visibly upset still, but yeah. So what do you guys do?
I want to ask Tala what she saw to make her so upset.
So she is going to, first off, thank you for having her back there. So,
Well, you kind of pay me, so.
well, yeah, that's true. We do pay you, but that doesn't matter. Doesn't mean you had to help me. We are just, drinking over here, and this isn't work right now. But what I saw, I swear, I saw.
No one told me that. I wouldn't have done it if I didn't know I was on the clock. Jesus.
Are you serious?
Just go ahead, just talk.
Well, I swear, I saw a tendril of shadow coming across the horizon towards Bilgewater. It's definitely a bad omen, and we need to get that ship back beneath the tides before something bad happens. I swear, it's haunted.
How haunted? Like, if you were to say haunted on a scale of 1 to 10, like, 1 is like, ooh, that's spooky, and 10 is like, oh, the heat came out of my body, and now I have chills. How haunted?
We're talking the harrowing, which you would know as a really bad event that happens very rarely, but it's when the Shadow Isles kind of try and stretch its way and take over more land. It's basically a big, like, shadow cloud that, like, envelops an area, and it basically, ghosts and undead and all sorts of crazy, scary things kind of happen where that follows it. And she believes that this is a sign that one is about to happen.
Humarr just sits and kind of processes it and just says, that's some spooky shit.
Yeah, and if we don't get that ship back in the ocean, in the lake, then we're in for a really hard time.
Sounds like some real good plot that's being told.
Okay, Humarr's gonna go and just drag Lampos off of the freaking bar into the story.
I shake Humarr off and I go, one more thing. I wanna wait. I'll wait till it's my turn.
No, go for it. Yeah,
It's not combat anymore.
Yeah,
I'm gonna turn towards Amir. I'm gonna be like, have you ever crabbed, sir?
She's gonna look at you and she's just gonna giggle, and like she didn't hear a word you said. She's just giggling at whatever you say.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take that as a good sign. I'm gonna turn towards the crowd. I'm gonna be like, everybody out there, put your motherfucking hands up. I'd like to do a persuasion roll to see if I can
Language.
put their...
Absolutely do a persuasion check.
14.
Can you roll it 3 more times?
18. 7. 23.
Okay, so most of the crowd puts their hands up, and did you say you're tossing her into the crowd? Is that what is that your plan here?
No, I'm tossing both of us into the crowd.
Oh, okay.
I
You're taking the
want this
momentum of Humarr trying to pull you down and jumping off of the bar into the crowd. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, by all means, they catch you. You guys aren't that big, and most of the people in here are humans. So, yeah, you are now on top of everybody. They're all, passing you to the back. All right, Chip. What did you do after that?
frozen
I think he is frozen. I've only seen his forehead for a little while now.
again?
He was very stunned by the news that you gave me.
All right, so
I can be done.
well, no, I mean you're fine. I mean I think it's funny. So yeah,
Okay,
you.
I'm gonna inquire
Oh,
about.
There you are.
Hi, can you hear me?
We can hear you now. So I was gonna say.
Yeah. So I'm inquiring about this ship. Is it like fully haunted, where you can see ghosts, or is it sort of like a chair fell over and someone got scared?
So she is gonna turn and see that you've like kind of showed up a little bit after what she had just said. She's gonna be like, "It's the harrowing. It's coming." And there were tendrils coming from the distance into Bilgewater. There were no ghosts yet, but they are coming. We need to get that ship back into that lake ASAP.
So she like physically saw something. That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
Like,
Yes, I saw
okay.
it.
All right.
I swear I
That's what
saw it. It looked like those back there.
And we all turn around.
At this point, you've been put down, Lampos, at the back of the bar, and everyone's kind of gone. The music's shifted back to like more tavern-y music, and you're no longer in the bar. You've kind of forgot. As you were being passed, people started to forget that there was like even a birthday.
He got to Humarr, and Humarr just dropped him.
Give me a dex save.
Oh,
Lampos?
I'm
Yeah.
a dexterous boy, but not today. Is it acrobatics?
No, dex save. It's different than acrobatics.
I was. That is an 11.
Yeah, so I mean, you kind of you fall and you kind of like land not on your feet, but you don't hurt yourself. Amira lands straight on her head and is
Dead.
is
She's
passed
dead.
out. No, she's passed out.
Really?
Yeah, she's unconscious.
Uh,
And at this point, Tala looks at you and goes, "Let's go!" And she tries to, like, she kind of, like, stands up and goes towards the door. So, where you were taken, if you're looking at in this bar, you were kind of, the stage you were on, the bar, is on, like, the side, like, it's here. The entrance is, so this is the bar, this is the entrance. You went towards the entrance, so you're like really close to the entrance, and the second she like kind of turns to the entrance, all of a sudden, all at once, the candles lining the entire tavern start flickering and then go out, and then the door starts to creak open, and you just feel like a rush of cold wind just pour through, and then that dark cloud just starts creeping in through the windows and into the door. And as that's happening, you just can see all the shadows from the moonlight elongating. And one of them kind of just starts peeling up off the ground, and it is like in the middle of the tavern. At this point, everyone's starting to run. Like everyone is like trying to get out, and they're like disappearing into the mist and like trying to jump out windows, and you hear screaming and yelling and running outside, and two beasties that you have never seen before. I'm gonna share my screen and show you what it is if I can find it. I'm just gonna share my screen. Here we go.
Now we can hear the music.
Oh, now we hear the music. Oh, now I'm
There you
lost in
go.
the ambiance.
Of course, this isn't gonna work. Sometimes for some reason Photos doesn't open up, and I don't know why.
Oh God, it's a white square.
Don't you hate white squares?
God, it's everyone in my family.
You just
There we
accused
go.
Pat of being
So, two of these also hop through the doorway and are pretty darn close to you because you're close to the exit. Roll for initiative.
Wait, is there anyone that looks like a normal-sized person around me?
Like a human?
Yeah.
I mean, most of them are running scared, but yeah, there's quite a few of them. Well, Chiprare's a human, but kind of a large human. Not large as in the sense of the side. He is just a big dude.
Just for story's sake, as soon as I see this happening, I look towards like the nearest person that has a normal sized body with strength, and I go, Can you take care of this for me? And I like hold up the head of my passed out girlfriend.
They're gonna look at you, and they're just gonna like drop her, and just start running.
Okay, and I'm gonna go, Humarr, gun me! I put out my hand because I'm definitely not near my gun.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
You guys.
You never bring a gun to a dance.
Yeah. So first roll for initiative, though.
Humarr has a 2.
I'm gonna assume that's gonna be last. Lampos.
My initiative is 8.
Yeah.
Chip is frozen.
He doesn't like ghosts.
That's alright. I'm rolling for the bad dudes. Chip, let me know when you're there.
Yeah, I'm here. I got an 8 for initiative.
Oh, perfect.
We are so bad.
Oh, that's funny. I accidentally wrote Chip with an 8 next to it instead of Lamp.
That works.
Also 8. Bark. Okay, so first the shadow is going to act. That peeled up from the ground. And I'm gonna unshare the screen here. How do I end there to stop the share? Alright, so there we go. The shadow is going to come towards, so right now the shadow's in the middle of the place. It's going to come towards like a regular person, like just like someone who's running scared, none of you guys, and you're going to just start to see like parts of the shadow like moving towards the person, and then the person just like stops and like makes eye contact with the shadow, and then you see shadow turn the other direction and start coming out of the person. And you just start to see the eyes of the person just blacken into like the darkest black you could see, and then they just like crumple to the ground as if they had no strength, like they couldn't even hold themselves up, and just like fall to the ground. And then that's the shadow's turn. Then it's gonna go to one of the crazy ghostly looking sapling dudes, who's going to, they look like little like chubby trees almost, with like those big scary like mouths. It's gonna come right at you, Lampos, and attempt to, where is it? And is going to attempt to like take a bite out of you. And it hits you. And only does 1 damage.
I'm dead.
I knew it. Then it's gonna go to Lampos. Your turn.
It just bit me.
Yeah, it just bit you.
Alright.
A little nibble, a little like.
Yeah, it was just a love bite. Nothing you haven't already had tonight.
Yeah, but this one I don't like as much. I'm gonna, now that I'm being attacked, I'm gonna lose my cool. I'm gonna be like, gun to Humarr. Can I use my reaction to hopefully catch the gun that Humarr?
That's only if Humarr wants to use her reaction to toss you the gun.
I'll be nice. I dropped him, so I'll toss him his gun.
All right, go for it. Give me Dex. What the heck would that be?
acrobatics or sleight of
I
hand?
guess just
Yeah.
like a sleight of hand. Go with sleight of hand. That's a good one. And then you two.
It's gonna be a
Lampos.
9.
Lampos, you two.
I got 14 plus 4, 18.
All right, yeah. So you successfully get your gun.
Got it. And no matter how I catch it, that's how I'm gonna shoot it. So like if it catches yeah, you know what? That's what's gonna happen.
Okay, that's fine. So
Okay.
your shot's gonna be at disadvantage, just so you know. Yeah.
I'm gonna get attacked by a dog.
No, yeah, no, I get it.
I'm gonna catch it like this. I'm gonna be like down beast, and with my thumb, I'm just gonna lift the trigger like this,
Okay.
and try to shoot downwards at the dog that's biting my leg.
Okay. Yeah. Give me a roll.
Disadvantage, 10 and a 5 plus 6, so 11.
So you caught the gun, your gun, and the butt of the gun is facing the bark beast, and you just let off a death pop, and you just shot straight up into the air instead of down at the bark beast.
I go, crap.
And then it's gonna be Chip's turn. Oh, I saw him move. He's here.
Hi.
What's your action, Chip?
Okay, so do these things are they able to be physically touched?
Oh yeah, you can physically touch them.
Okay, so I'm just gonna roll up to one of them and give him a body slam.
All right, yeah, go for it.
So
Yeah, how does your body slam work?
yeah. Target must succeed on a con save or fall prone. If thrown onto another creature, both creatures take damage.
All
So
right.
it's 2d6. I'm gonna
He
roll.
critically failed the con save.
Well, I rolled a 6 to grapple.
Oh, you grappled.
Yeah.
You can have your way with this thing. He critically
Okay.
failed.
All right.
Belly.
So then 2d6 damage, going to be 7 damage to it from a.
The body slam. All right, with a so you pick this thing up and you slam it to the ground. Yeah, you pick this thing up and slam it to the ground. And you just you can feel the
Slam?
pieces of the board. Hold on, I'm trying to find the music. I heard you say turn it down a little bit. There we go.
It was just a little.
Yeah. And so yeah, you pick up this bark beast and you just slam it straight down, and you can just feel the boards, the old boards of this wooden ship just start to shake. You can feel the floorboards shaking, which are actually the deck boards because it's upside down. You're just on the inside of the deck. And at this point, you guys start hearing the Orvon, the bartender, is now up on the bar yelling out orders of how to man a ship, basically. He's having flashbacks of being on sea. And he's just yelling, a captain will go down with his ship every once in a while, and he's just pointing and yelling at people to do things, and yeah, he's gone wild up there. Then it's gonna be the other bark's turn, and it is going to come towards Humarr, and is that shadowy thing that you saw happen to the person is going to starting to happen to you. So you are going to need to make a you are first going to take 6 damage, and you need to make a con save.
Yeah, I got a 1.
All right.
Fail.
So your max health is also reduced by 6 for right now.
Rude.
And then it goes back to the top. The Shadow's going to turn and see what Chip did to his friend and is going to come at Chip and start to try and do the same thing that the Shadow did to the other person and successfully get you. You need to make a con save.
I rolled a 13.
A 13. You successfully saved, but you still took... Where is the dice? You also took 6 damage from this attack, but your health is remaining normal. Then it's going to go to the bark beast that... Oh yeah, you slammed down the bark beast that bit him, right? Chip?
Right on.
Okay, that's what I thought. All right, we are on the same page there.
Yeah.
So that bark beast stands up, or no, it doesn't stand up. It's now just trying to bite at your ankles.
Uh-oh.
And it does bite you, but only does 2 damage. That's you, Chip. Then it goes to Lampos.
Okay, so right now, who is getting bit at? Is it Chip?
Chip basically came over, took the one that bit you, slammed it to the ground, and then it bit him in the ankle.
I go, that's just bad training. And I point the gun at the ghost dog. Wait, is there anything near Humarr?
Yes. The other bark beast came over to
Just like,
Humarr. This
sucking breath.
Yeah, basically.
That's rude. All right. In that case, my first shot, I'm going to shoot at the dog that is on the ground next to me.
Okay.
That's Chip. That Chip is messing with.
Okay, you have advantage on that shot because it is prone. It's basically because they're big round like tree things. It's having a tough time getting up, so it's just kind of leaning in and biting at him.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
11 plus 6, 17.
Yeah, you hit it.
Nice. And that does 4 plus 4. So I do 8 damage to the dog on the ground.
All right, so as you shoot at it, you just like blow a chunk off of its side, and like a visible amount of it like gets blasted off, and it lets out this like shriek, and like you just see that same tendril and shadow that came through the window just slowly like seeping out of it, and it's still like trying to get up.
Okay.
And then
no, at this point, if you could, I'd
Yep.
like to do a little thing that the fighter has.
Yep.
Called action surge.
Yep.
So I'm gonna go, I wonder if the other one does that. And I'm gonna point towards the one near Humarr, and I'm going to fire a shot at that boy as well.
Okay, the other bark beast.
Yes.
Okay. No, wait. Humarr has the shadow next to him now.
Okay. Yeah.
Wait.
Did
Did you say Sorry, did you say Humarr or Chip?
Humarr.
Humarr, yeah. It's the other bark beast. Yeah, you're right. Sorry, my brain was reading while trying to listen.
It happens.
Yeah.
Okay. That is and I don't get advantage. I'm guessing I got a 16.
You still hit.
Nice. Don't say I never do nothing for you, Humarr.
You do nothing for me.
Don't say. That is a 7 plus 4. That's 11 to the ghost boy.
Holy damage.
Yeah, that was a hot roll.
You said
I'll do
11?
anything. Yeah.
Okay. And then it goes to Chip's turn.
And now I'm not a fighter anymore.
What will Chip do?
I'm gonna go for another slam.
Alright, you're gonna pick this thing up that's like gushing out what should be sap because it's a tree, but it's actually just like shadow tendrils just like pouring out of it like all over the place.
Yeah, we're gonna finish him off.
All right.
Milan would not approve of this.
11 to grapple.
11 to grapple. Yep, you got it.
Okay, and then another 7 damage.
So you slam this thing down, and it just explodes into shadow. You you don't even feel it hit the ground. It's almost like it's almost like a mist hit the ground, and it just like explodes into shadow. And you and Lampos need to make a con save.
I failed.
I am so luckily proficient. Is our proficiency bonus 2 when we're level 3?
Yes.
Good. That's 7 plus 5, 12.
So you pass. So you only take 1 damage. And what did you get, Chip?
I got a 1.
Oh,
so...
you got a 1. All right. So you take 1 damage as well, but you also your maximum health is reduced by 1.
Oh my god.
And you've taken out 1 bark beast. And then it goes.
Humarr feels like he's contributed.
The other bark beast is now going to try and take a bite out of you this time. He sees that you've weakened, and he's going to try and take a bite. And misses. He goes to try and bite at you, and and you kind of like you're just able to kind of like move out of the way from the bite, and you have advantage on your next whatever you do to him, because he's kind of off balanced. He was like lunging pretty good at you. And it is your turn.
My turn?
Yep.
Okay, well, I'm actually gonna, bring out some brawn. And I'm going to, there's still, like, there's a bark beast or the shadows in front of me.
The bark beast.
Bark beast. Okay, I'm just gonna take my great axe and just swing straight down onto him.
Alright, roll for it. And Brittany, yes, I did. I just need to bring it up there.
Okay. So that is 19.
19, success. You've successfully hit the bark beast.
Okay. So that's 1d12 of damage. Ooh, 8.
So you swing and feel like you hit nothing, and it's just burst into shadow. And you need to make a con save.
Watch me not hit a wall for this. Ooh, okay. That is a 10.
Odds or evens?
Evens.
You're good. You do take 3 damage, but your health remains intact. And then it goes to the shadow, who is still kind of been so Chip Rare has moved away from the shadow, so the shadow is going to continually follow him and attempt to do the same thing, but this time from behind you. That's not the right die. And it has no effect on you right now because you're not looking at him. So then it goes to the that bark beast is dead, so it goes to Lampos.
So just to make sure I get it, the beast that Chip has judiciously body slammed is dead.
Yep.
The beast and there's 2 creatures around Humarr right now, right?
Just one. No, Humarr just chopped one of them down. The only thing left is the shadow in here.
He chopped one to shreds, you say?
I don't need no man.
Well, you got one anyways. I am going to So it's just the shadow man that's there, right?
Yes. Well, shadow figure.
Yeah. Sorry, I don't want to assign genders. Shadow individual. I'm going to try to bayonet charge him. I'm assuming everyone around me is bigger than me.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much.
Perfect. I'm going to navigate through them because as a halfling, I get a racial trait called Nimble, which is you can move through the space of any creature that is a size larger than yours. So I'm going to just like dip around the knees, be like, excuse me, pardon me, excuse me, pardon me. And I'm going to pop out and I'm going to try to stab the ghost. And I'm going to yell, sneak attack. It doesn't actually have to be a sneak attack.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, it's not a sneak attack, but yeah, yeah, go for it.
In Lampos' eyes, it's a sneak attack.
Yeah, and you're trying to hit this shadow with a sneak attack. Gotcha.
Yeah. Does a 15 hit the shadow?
15 does hit the shadow.
Perfect. 1d6 plus 2. That does a very proud 4 damage.
This thing is gonna let out a screech as you do that. It literally feels like you hit nothing, but it's gonna still let out a screech and like turn its gaze towards you. And then it's Chip's turn.
Okay. Is there like a stool or a chair nearby or something like that?
Oh yeah, there's plenty of them. They're all there's a couple that are broken from people just like tripping and like stumbling on them and falling, and because this place is in shambles. Like it was like full panic mode. So yeah, there's like also people who are passed out, other people who are taken out by shadows that have since left, and yeah, this place is pretty. The only person who's alive that isn't you guys, the only 2 people that are alive that aren't you guys, are Amira, who's passed out on the ground, and the captain, who's still yelling at you guys to raise the sails and get the cannons loaded, and like he's
I forgot about him.
yeah, he's still up there yelling. So yeah, and other than that, there's like overturned tables and there's all sorts of stools and chairs everywhere. Oh, he's muted.
There he is.
There he is. He's back. The answer, yes.
Yes. Okay. So I'm gonna grab one of these stools and smash it over the shadow monster.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. I got a 8 to hit.
The shadow, just like as you swing, the shadow separates into 2 shadows, and like as you're swinging, it like comes back in, and you just smash the stool into pieces on the ground.
Sneaky shadow.
And it wasn't even looking at
Swing
you.
and a-
It just knew. It just sensed that it was coming.
Wing and a miss.
And then Humarr, it is your turn.
Okay, so where am I in
Um,
according to
so
what we have?
you're about 15 feet off to the side, off to like the left side, if you're looking at this from Horven Beck's spot
Okay.
at the bar.
And we have there's 2 down, right? And there's just 1 to go.
Yeah, there's no
Okay.
remnants of the other 2 though, because they've exploded into shadow.
Okay. I'm gonna take out my hand axes and I'm gonna throw it.
Okay.
2 of them, I guess. I can throw both of them.
Oh, all right. Let's see it.
Wait, do you throw them one at a time or do you throw them at the same time? Like,
Probably throw them both at the same time, because then it's like technically 2 attacks and 1 attack, because I can't do 2 different attacks.
Yep.
Oh. That is going to be a 13.
You hit.
Okay, so 2d6s of damage.
Roll for the other one too, though.
Right. Oh, that's gonna be a 9.
That one misses, but the first one
Okay.
hits.
So the first one's gonna be 5 damage.
All right.
as soon as it hits, I yell, "Hey, I can see your axe hole."
The second one, as you say that, like you turn to look. So the first one hits. You turn to look, and the other one literally just like skims past and like cuts off a small tuft of hair, and like hits the wall behind you, and like in slow motion you would see the hair get cut and just start like flipping to the ground.
Humarr's hair is very important to him. This is tragic.
And then it goes to the shadow, who is trying to suck the life out of Humarr.
Dude, leave me alone.
Not Humarr, sorry, Lampos.
Yeah, because I did bayonet charge him for some reason.
Roll a con save.
Oh, you're playing in my strong suits. You came into the wrong jungle with that kind of play, motherfucker. Let's see what I got. Oh, that's not okay. That's 12.
You said 12?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good. But you do take 5 damage.
Oh.
And yeah, you kind
Wait,
of.
what hit me? Was it just like
He
look up?
is sucking the. He's did the whole like suck the life out of you thing where you can just see the shadow just kind of. He put his shadow into you and then it is pulling shadow out of you.
It's a mentored your ass.
Basically, yeah.
For the very first time in this entire thing, Lampos is no longer having fun.
Yeah, you kind of feel a little bit breathless as it's happening to you.
And violated.
Yeah, that too.
That I'm fine with.
Then it goes to your turn. How do you react?
I think I am going to pale up, and I'm gonna go deflection.
Oh, okay. Fine.
And I'm gonna say aim for the moons, which of course means shoot him in the ass. And for the listeners at home, what deflection is me and Humarr, you know, the dwarf with an axe, is I shoot a bullet at his axe, and he deflects it towards the target that we're going for. Essentially like bullet bending.
Or baseball.
You've seen movies, or like baseball. So, Pat, what are the mechanics for that again?
Alright, so you are both going to roll for the attack, and basically like advantage, except you both are rolling. You can take whichever one you want.
Okay.
So what are we doing?
You roll an attack roll too.
Yep, you both roll an attack roll.
Okay.
But it's going to be Eric's damage, and then you can roll a d4 to add damage to it, if it hits Humarr.
Okay.
Okay, so my attack roll was a 17. What'd you get, Humarr?
3.
Alright, so luckily you can go with Lampos's. And the attack hits. So roll the Lampos damage and roll a d4 Humarr.
6 plus 4. I'm contributing 10.
I got 1 on that. Because I
So,
am very helpful.
11 total. Alright,
Now,
this...
I was wondering. I wanted it to shoot him in the ass. Did it hit one cheek or did it hit both?
I mean, there's really no figure here other than you can visibly see that it's humanoid. Like
It's a shadow, dude.
It's literally.
Wait, does this mean that the bolts are just going through him?
Yes, and every time he
Am I
gets.
hitting people?
Every time. I mean, no, there's like nobody left in here. Yeah,
Mir's dead.
Yeah, everyone's either on the ground or on the ground out or dead, or luckily you haven't been fighting towards Horvin, who's literally is like just lost in his commands. Hasn't stopped since this thing started, and so you're good on that front. But yeah, every time something hits this thing with force, it is like letting out like blood-curdling screeches and turning towards whatever hit it. So it's now facing you, Humarr. Then it's Chip's turn.
Why do I help you? Why?
Pat, how close is this thing to the door?
At this point, you guys are about like 10 feet from the door, with Humarr and Humarr's kind of. Wait, did you already hit this thing with an axe? No, you threw your axes, so you're about 15 feet away, and then Lampos and Chip you guys are like right on top of this thing.
Nope.
Yeah, you're about 10 feet from the door, and you and Lampos are right on top of it.
Okay, could I try and kick it out the door?
Yes, you can try that.
Okay.
Get out.
Well, I rolled a 9, so probably not going to do much.
So almost as if your mind is being read, it's going to see your foot swing at it. It's going to like go out the door and then just like burst back in and like no longer in a figure, but it's going to come through you and you're going to get the deepest chill you've ever felt in your life, and it's now behind you. And then it goes to Humarr's turn.
That accomplished
Nothing. It did not hurt you when it did that, but it is now behind you instead.
Humarr is going to shout back to the barkeep and ask him where the cannons are.
He's just gonna like point up towards the towards the second floor, which is actually where they would be, because if you flip the ship over, that is where they would be. So yeah, he's like pointing up to the second floor. There's no cannons, there's just where the cannon would be, like just the holes in the ship where the cannon would be, which are now just used as windows.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I tried.
That'd have been so cool.
You still can make an action, like that's kind of just
Humarr is going to see him pointing up to the second floor and just sigh and shake his head and be like, poor guy. Turn back. And he's gonna take out his great axe again and slash this dude.
Okay.
That is gonna be a 18.
Yep, you hit.
So that is gonna be a 1d12 again. That's gonna be 11 points of damage.
So this thing right now is, you can see it like wisping away a little bit, like visibly kind of like flickering in and out of existence. And then it's going to let out a massive screech and just burst. Again, everyone needs to make a con save. Oof.
I got a 7.
I got a 3.
Here goes my life.
I'm a constitutionally strong dwarf. I mean, I'm not a dwarf. I'm a yordle. Can't
Stop
believe
trying to steal my identity.
I got a 22.
Alright, so Lampos is good. Chip, what did you get?
I got a 3.
You got alright, so Humarr and Chip both, well, all three of you take 2 damage, but Humarr and Chip both lose 2 max health.
Is there a chance for them to get the max health back?
Maybe?
That's yes in sign language, if you didn't know.
I did not. Wow, I didn't know I was going to learn on this
Yes,
stream.
there you go,
See,
yeah.
viewers at home, we are instructed.
No. Yes? No. I think.
I kind of like how no is also the same thing for lips.
Yeah, well, it's 3. It's
No.
three fingers coming together, I think. Like that.
Is this
Maybe.
like hell no?
Maybe people at home know better than I, but
A D&D stream turned American Sign Language.
Yeah. This is
We have to
done.
sign out our attacks.
yeah. So, thus ends the combat right now. I can't believe that I actually played the music through that. The band did not continue to play, I'll just say that.
It's not the Titanic? They didn't
No.
like continue playing until it sunk?
No. I should have went back to the other music, is what I should have done. It's a little more intense.
So combat's over now?
Yeah, combat is now over. The shadow is gone, but people are still running and screaming and yelling outside. And you actually hear Dane yelling, "We need to get to the gate. We need to get to the gate." And you can see him through the door. You can see him kind of like rallying people to a certain area. And I'm gonna end it right there, actually.
Oh, I kind of have a cool one-liner. Can I?
Okay, yeah, go for it.
As soon as the combat ends, My guy's gonna ruffle his hair and be like, all right, why did no one tell me that there were ghosts? That's all I got.
And then everyone looks at Lampos like, Lampos!
Yeah, so I'm gonna end it right there. I also want to remind you guys that on the Google Classroom, there is, I already mentioned this before, but there is a document for us to share. If you want to go write down what had happened in this one in your own viewpoint, and edit each other's and add comments, and like basically it's a book that we're writing together that is this this campaign and what happens. And at the end of it, I want to actually get it like bound into a book and get each of you a copy of it.
I love it.
So the more you guys put into it, the more awesome it'll be. And thank you for playing, and thank you for watching, everyone on Twitch.
Thank you for having us.
You're very welcome. I'm going to keep the call up, but I'm going to end the stream.
Wait, what's the thing that what's the thing that they say on The Price is Right? Something about neuter your pets.